and the case was incredibly weak. And frankly, I didn't think there was any chance that we were going to lose a murder charge, because it was clear based on a video there were videos all over the street. There were cameras, security cameras on when this occurred in the middle of the day, and it couldn't be more clear that this was an act of self-defense. So what I realized, eventually, was that they just could not win that murder case. So what did they do? They're going to drop the state case, and they're going to just transfer it to the federal system, and it allows them to charge all sorts of other violent acts as part of their RICO conspiracy charge. What I believe is when the jury sees how incredibly weak their main charge is, I think it'll give them pause with regard to the rest of the charges. Now, that being said, I haven't seen any evidence except the evidence pertaining to the murder. But as I said, there was a reason why we never took any plea offer in the state case. It was because I felt that the murder was weak. I was sure they were going to lose, and I was sure they were going to be embarrassed by what I thought was a preposterous prosecution. And the fact that this is now the linchpin of not only the federal case, this charge, but also is the charge that triggers a potential death penalty in this case. It's incredible. I mean, what I would say is the public should look at this video, see that Kevin Perez was clearly trying to just walk down the street, diffuse a situation, which was an armed gang member who bolted out of a barber shop to confront him. Kevin walked straight away from him, put his hand up to say, "I'm not interested." And it was only when the gang member had his hand in his pocket and was about to pull it out that Kevin realized he was going to get murdered. And when the victim hit the ground and they went through his pockets, what did they find? They found a loaded gun with one in the chamber that was meant for Kevin Perez. Now, we're not fools here in New York City, but if you know that a violent guy, a guy with a rap sheet a mile long, with all kinds of violence in it, is about to take out a gun and shoot you, what do? You have nowhere to go. There was nowhere for him to go. He was just a handful of feet away from the so-called victim.